Hi, lovers and beautiful awakening souls. What a great time to be alive. Join me today for some info on love versus fear and what's coming up in the next few weeks. So exciting. As I said, gorgeous beings, what's coming up? There's an exciting time in the next 2 to 3 weeks, all poised, ready for you to take hold of. Grab with both hands. Okay, we're moving into a higher vibration, a higher consciousness. Are you ready? It doesn't matter because you're going there anyway. You're being pushed into this high vibe state, and you can't hold on to all of your baggage. You can't hold on to all the lies, neither can the world. It's all going to come out. All of the stories you tell yourself regarding love and what's possible for you, you're going to become more transparent with that to yourself. And you can't even pull the wool over your own eyes anymore. It's going to all be there laid bare. So let's take advantage of the next couple of weeks. There's this push, as I said, into love, into a higher consciousness. And we're all traveling in that same direction at the same time. And it doesn't matter if you're not ready. So why not instead choose to manifest this amazing, the best reality you could ever choose for yourself, and do it consciously instead of unconsciously. If you've ever found love difficult, you can get rid of that story. There's an amazing opportunity here for you. This time universally is such a dramatic change, such a dramatic rise. It's been building and building, and you're going to really notice a difference. Now, if I told you and let you know what's possible, then at least you know it's on your plate for what's possible for you. So first of all, you have to know love is possible for you. Anything that happened in the past is irrelevant now. This is a whole new way of being we're stepping into. So can you let go of all of those past learnt behaviors and patterns and responses and just close the door on it? There's no time to hold on to all that garbage anymore. It's like trying to climb up a hill with as much baggage as possible instead of leaving it at the bottom and sprinting up. Okay, so all of these emotions, frustration, fear, challenge, hardship, stress, everything around love, it's not possible for me. Is that what came to your mind when I suggested love was possible? What story came to mind? Can you dismiss it? Or are you still hanging on to it and putting up as many obstacles as you can in your own way? You do have the power to shift, to build realities, to build worlds. So why wallow in the mess of yesterday? It just doesn't make sense. Take a deep breath in, roll the shoulders back, and exhale. And settle down firmly into where you are right now. And be prepared to be a witness, a real witness to your life. This is where accountability and discipline comes. So if you want to take advantage of these next few weeks, you're going to have to get rid of that love versus fear mentality. It's all a big lie. You've been sold many lies in the last few years and all your life. And you've probably inherited a lot of rubbish as well. So can you let it go? This separation between you and the divine, your divine self, your immaculate, amazing spiritual being that is all around you, above, below, underneath you, yes, all around you like a big hug. You do not have to be separated from love, from happiness, from joy anymore. Take my word for it and take it on board that this is indeed possible for you. Once you start to know it, not just believe it, but once you know it's happening, it's becoming a possibility, a real distinct possibility. Not even is it possible, it is probable right now. These feelings of sadness and doubt, as I said, and this powerlessness is going to come and hit you full force in the next few weeks. It's going to try your patience. It's going to test you out. Okay, first thing to do is don't pay any attention to it after you notice it. Don't buy into it. Don't head down the fear path. If it's not love, it's fear. Get rid of it. There's no room for it. It is actually that simple. You have the power to make a choice to change your environment, to change the people you're with, to change what you eat, to change what you surround yourself with, to change how you rest. Stop playing the victim mode, because that is going to come up a lot. This frustration, fear, anxiety, stress, powerlessness doesn't have a place where we're going. We're going somewhere amazing, where you feel great, where you have what your heart desires. And yes, it is indeed possible and probable in the next few weeks to shift yourself, shift your entire universe, shift the way you think, because you alone have the power. Take back your power and start choosing for yourself. First step, as I always say, awareness. Next point is not listening to those fear-based emotions. If you feel like things are out of your reach, the world's ending and all the rest of it, you're not heading in the right direction. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't feel right in here. So don't go there. Okay, so where did those beliefs and fears come from? It doesn't matter. They're screaming at you anytime something's a potential possibility into joy. You've probably trained yourself that it's not going to work out, it's not going to happen, and you can't have it. You might as well just let it go. Forget about it. It's not going to change knowing where it came from, how long you've had it, and all the rest of it. This time in history, we can just let these things go. And it's really up to you how fast it happens. If you like to hang on to stories, burdens, illness, and all of that, you can. You can try to, but you're still going to get pushed every day to let it go. So just notice where you are and how fast you can make things change, because it is entirely in and within your power. Now, all of these feelings, it's going to feel very emotional perhaps and turbulent as these feelings rise to the surface and as you begin noticing them. And I hope this just gives you some awareness around it, so I can help guide you, and then you guide yourself on this journey. This is your journey, and I'm just here to shed a little bit of light on what's happening. So it's not happening to you. It's all happening for you. Everything is not happening to you. You are not the victim here. It's just highlighting and showing up where you need to crack open, let the light in, and let the garbage out. That's all that's happening. So don't fall into the misery trap and the fear trap and trying to control things. It's not going to be easy. Can you sit and meditate a little while? Just spend some quiet time. That way you can rise above. So you're noticing all of this stuff going on, messing with your head, messing with your emotions, having you frustrated and anxious. But if you took that higher position and you could see things from a grander perspective, what might it look like then? It might look like you're just wallowing in misery for no reason. You might be able to also see it for the lesson that it is and for the guidance it's giving you and where it's taking you onto amazing things. It's a lot to take on board, isn't it? But you are rising and ascending, and you're part of this shift. The shift of the whole planet. So just observe what you're noticing, the good, the bad, the ugly, the downright terrible, and choose to let it go and stay really centered. Don't buy into anything associated with this garbage. Don't get pulled into your suffering stories and the suffering stories of the collective. We're all part of this collective consciousness which is rising. And currently we're feeling the fear of letting go and the fear of moving forward. And it's probably not even your fear, most of it. It's just part of the collective. So distinguish that, and then that should be easier to let go of as well. Do not keep repeating those same things and those same stories in your head and following them through to conclusion. It's unnecessary now. Keep your eye on the prize of where you're headed, heading into a 360 degrees of abundance in your life, where you can have it all. You can have freedom, real freedom, where you're choosing. You can experience love, deep, unconditional love for yourself and for others. You can find that soulmate, that lover you've been looking for. How easy, I always tell people, how easy is it for that person to show up? It's so easy. The universe is already creating for us on a billionth of a second and smaller time frame everything we're desiring, consciously or unconsciously. It's creating it simultaneously for every single one of us. How easy is it to have that beautiful stranger walk by? How easy is it to feel those amazing emotions? Start practicing and staying open and surrendering the need to control, and just go where your heart calls you. Can you give yourself back your power to know that you do know where you need to be? Your heart, your soul knows what you need. And you've trained your spirit body in the past to be so efficient and to do exactly what you believe you need to be doing. But can you now open up to a whole new range of possibilities for you and teach yourself to go with those clear, incisive thoughts you have that are for your own greatest good and for the greater good of everyone else? And then you'll know you're on the right track. So we're staying away from the collective fear and those stories. And we're going to keep our perspective on our own perspective from a higher level, looking down on what we're doing, how we're feeling, and how we're going about things, and choosing along the way consciously. Staying out of the fear and the stress and the impossibility of a situation even occurring, and not feeling helpless anymore. So we're going to call forth our true power. We've given it up for long enough. We've let everybody else control us. We haven't thought that we know, but we do know. You are divine. You are part of all of creation. That is how powerful you are. So I would love you to stay in your innate, powerful manifester of worlds, creator of realities, and personal power and awareness mode. Now that's a lot of words, but that's a lot of power. And that is you. That is what you already are. A creator of realities, a manifester, a masterful manifester. And if you really knew that and lived from that place, there's no need to be afraid. You can go forth boldly, leaving the garbage behind. Take one last look. It stinks. It's rotten. You've outgrown it. And now walk forward boldly. Surrender, rest and relax. No fighting. And move into the knowing. So first, alignment and true love is where we're heading. This awakening and this true love is indeed possible and probable. 2, this is an amazing opportunity. Don't get in your own way. Allow it to happen. No push, no shove. No more stories of what you've been telling yourself is impossible or possible. No more playing small. No more incapable. Not with all that power you possess. You would never sell your soul. You're worth so much more than giving up. You're worth so much more than not knowing you can do it. And you have that much power that you are a fantastic, magical being. Manifest here on earth in 3D to live in a higher consciousness, from a higher vibration, and you're going to be called to look after yourself. You may get tired. You may need to rest as you're going through this process. You may need to adjust your diet. You may need to get fitter. You're going to be called. You're going to be called to live your best life, and you can't do that from a place of misery and baggage. So to hold those higher vibrations, we need to shed what we've accumulated. We need to feel grand, large, and expansive. And we need to move forward boldly with discipline, conviction, and our own true power. Just breathe that in for a moment. A power-filled breath into the lungs, right down into the bottom of your stomach, filling you up, and exhaling back in reverse, up through the body and out through the nose. Incredible. Do that as many times as you need to. A reminder, we're moving away from the fear, suffering, and control that we believed was necessary in this world to get ahead. If you look around, a lot of the decisions that are made from people in power are all about control. They're fear-based. We're not going that way anymore. We've seen the last couple of years and many years before that, decades before that, where fear and control was used to make us feel powerless. No more. We're stepping up now, and we're being pushed to do so. So take care of yourself and rest whenever you need to. It's easier to go with that flow, isn't it? If everybody's moving in the same direction and up and onwards, we don't like what's happened before, and we can safely leave that behind. Don't go back there. Just keep moving forwards. Keep choosing for your greater good, and do things that light your heart, that light your soul, that illuminate you from the very bottom of your pelvis. They raise your vibration. They perhaps tingle in your heart and feel like exciting butterflies. They're like a meditation. Do those things, do more of them, do lots of it. Keep yourself high vibe. Remember ease and flow, not stress and worry. Taking note of the obstacles you could continually try to put up and put in your own way. Stay relaxed, peaceful, and open because it's all coming to you. Know this. Wake up every day with excited anticipation as to what's coming to you. You're choosing, you're moving that way, and it is on its way to you. How long it takes to get there is entirely up to you and what you put between yourself and what you're after. Let's avoid conflict, negativity, negative thoughts, arguments, this self-talk that's not helpful, and frustration, because this change is imminent and it's happening anyway. So go with it and reap the rewards of the love that is possible for you. You do have the power. And it's all open and waiting for you to step up, to notice what's going on in your life, and then to grab what you want with both hands and move forward. Thank you for joining me, and I wish you well on your journey. This is such an exciting time. I'm going to record a meditation just associated with this so you can continue learning, growing, evolving, and rising. It's a meditation for inner unity and peace. And I'll leave the link below as soon as it's recorded and posted. Again, good luck on your journey and keep centered, keep focused on where you're going, and keep choosing consciously and stay in love to experience more love.